Alright, so apparently I got called fat phobic by some professional Redditors online because apparently not wanting 14 fat rolls on your stomach is offensive now. And we just live in this beautiful day and age where people like to convince themselves that being fat is okay, so they don't have to work out and lose weight. So I found this re-upload of a fat person explaining thin privilege to us, because apparently BBC took down the original because even they knew they were wrong. So yeah, let's get enlightened, everyone.
Thin privilege. Now, it's not a mythical creature or something made up. If you're thin, you have a certain privilege.
Well, gee, I guess the starving kids in Africa are the most privileged people, huh?
The everyday tasks that a thinner person can take for granted. It can leave a plus-size person like myself feel full of anxiety, burden, and upset.
Alright, so apparently the privilege we thin people have is the ability to do basic everyday needs without having to feel burdened. Wowee. How in the fuck does that make any sense at all? I have to know, because you can always lose weight. I hope this person knows that. Like, losing weight is not a Herculean task that only gods can do. You know, that's always an option, and it's as simple as that. You know, if you don't want to lose weight, then you're clearly happy with the way you are. So then what's the problem? Like, shit, man, what's being burdened against you?
So, public transport. What a nightmare for plus-size people.
I like how she's trying to justify thin privilege as she's chowing down on whatever she's eating.
What a nightmare for plus-size people. Just think, can you sit in a seat and not be met with sighs, huffing, puffing, and someone squirming in the seat next to you?
God, I love the fucking footage that she provides for us because clearly nobody is bothered by her. Yeah, the dude on her right over there isn't trying to get the fuck away from her. He isn't like spit roasting her and telling her that she smells like donkey anus. He's not like getting up and just making a whole scene. Get the fuck away from me, you smell like my grandma's ass. Like, also, if I'm sitting on a subway and there's a fat person who's like spilling over into my personal space, no shit, I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. You know, I'm sure you don't want me touching you on the subway. I sure as hell don't want to be touching you, so I'm gonna have to squirm over to compensate for the extra room that you take up. Not to mention, this is the most first world problem I've ever seen. Like, shit, man, if you don't want to hear sighs and moans from other people about your weight, then just look down at your phone and fucking put on some music. There's so many solutions to this. Fucking noise-canceling earmuffs, god damn.
Shopping. Can you go into 99.9% of the high street and shop, try on, and take an outfit away that very same day?
Yes.
I don't shop on a high street.
Well, shit, then what's the problem? Like, damn, if you don't want to do it, then what's the point of bringing it up?
And not actually being able to go and enjoy the experience of shopping.
Yeah, but why? There's nothing stopping you from walking into a store, getting some clothes, and shopping like every other civilized 21st century person. Unless you go feral in there and start throwing shit around the room, fucking jumping from wall to wall. Then there's absolutely no problem here whatsoever. You know, changing rooms exist for a reason, but I assume she means you can't get clothes her size, which isn't even mentioned here. You kind of have to infer that yourself. And even if that's the case, so fucking what? Go shop at places where there are clothes your size. You don't even look that fat. Fucking Goodwill has everything shy of armor right from the medieval times, so I'm sure you can find something.
Grabbing something to eat. Just think, can you pop into a bakery, pick up a donut, and you sit there and then enjoy it?
First of all, I don't know who buys a donut then eats it in the store. That's why Dunkin' Donut always has drive-thrus that are like one more car away from a full-on catastrophic car accident. But anyways, this whole situation that you're in is kind of your fault. If you're overweight like yourself, then you should, you know, be focusing on not going out to get food like this, especially donuts. Donuts consist of two things: tears from the workers who get paid minimum wage, and sugar. That shit you're gobbling down on probably has more calories than a home-cooked meal, and you wonder why you're fat.
Going to the doctors. Are you able to go and be seen and diagnose what is actually wrong with you?
Don't worry, I think I could step in here and diagnose you real fast. Dr. Duck God YT is here to diagnose you real fast, and I can say with a high degree of confidence that you're fat.
The appointment turned into a weigh-in session.
I don't know what doctors you're going through, but getting your weight checked is pretty damn normal. You know, they damn near check how big your dick size is and how much your asshole has expanded since the last time you visited. So unless you're going to like a back alley meth lab for your yearly checkups, then that's just normal procedure.
And how you can improve your diet and lose weight, and you're walking away with no prescription or no answers to what is actually wrong with you.
I can't tell if this is satire or if this woman is actually delusional. Your prescription that you got is literally the advice given from the doctors. Dieting plans, workout regimens. There's no magic weight loss pill, my guy. That's shit you gotta do on your own. Fucking put some elbow grease into a workout routine and diet, and I'm sure in a few weeks you're gonna have a few pounds cut off. And second off, you don't need the best doctors in the world to tell you what's wrong with you. You're fat. That's all there is to it. The boogeyman isn't pumping spray cheese into your bloodstream while you're sleeping at night.
Because this whole thing actually has nothing to do with anybody's health.
I'm actually convinced she did a line of cocaine in the bathroom before she came on set. Sure, if you're a bit bigger than average and you weigh a few more pounds, then whatever, that's fine, everyone's different. But if you're packing 14 fat rolls, then you don't need Einstein to tell you that you're fat. Not to mention obesity is directly related to health problems such as diabetes, heart attacks, a whole lot of respiratory shit that can go wrong. Not to mention your bones. Your bones are not made to support 300 pounds of blubber. That shit just like crashes and burns on itself.
Looking at them, you wouldn't go up to a thin person or comment on pictures listing off all the health problems that they may or may not have. Yet again,
yeah, probably because they're healthy. I'm sure this woman thinks anorexia is just a myth.
because nothing's wrong with me.
I have a hard time believing that, considering you don't go to the doctors.
To be honest, I actually avoid going to the doctors now.
You just said that you can't diagnose someone just by looking at them.
Before you roll your eyes at the idea of thin privilege,
Already did.
try putting yourself in someone else's shoes and just looking at it from their point of view.
And why in the flying fuck would I want to do that? Why would I want to know what it feels like to be fat if I don't have to? I get not being an asshole is just basic human morals, but if you're gonna tell me that being thin is a privilege that only certain people have, then you can fuck right off. Maybe if you drop the donuts and stop thinking of walking to the fridge and back as an exercise, then you too can have the privilege of being thin.
But just simply acknowledging there is the privilege that society has unfortunately put on people who are thinner.
There's not a single thing in this video she has said that proves thin people have more advantages than fat people, because one, you can change yourself, just work out and watch what you eat, and two, everything she's stated are the most first world problems. Oh no, I can't use public transportation because people look at me and move away when I take up 2 seats. Oh no, every time I hit a button on my keyboard it presses 5 keys simultaneously. I'm surprised you didn't bring up metabolism into this.
Celebrating everybody's differences. Everybody being kind to one another regardless of your size.
Let me tell you something, okay? In public, most people are going to keep their thoughts to themselves. I don't think anybody is going to start berating you in public because that just hurts them in general. They might lose their job, they get outcasted, they get fucked in the ass, okay? Not everyone is gonna like fat people. I know I don't, and it's not because I'm fat phobic, it's because I prefer people who live a healthier lifestyle. Yeah, this whole video is useless because nothing happened. No perspectives were changed, and her whole thesis is quite literally, being thin makes fat people uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this hemorrhoid of a video? Shove it up our ass and hope everybody gets fat? So nobody feels embarrassed to take the fucking public transportation? I don't fucking know. Anyways, if you enjoyed, leave a like. If you got mad, leave a dislike. And yeah, that's about it. Take it easy, everyone.